Hi friends, welcome to another Sunnyside Design video. Today we are going to share some tips and tricks and things you can do to declutter your home. I don't know about you, but this time of year I have this urge to throw things away.
Urge to purge.
I do. I have this urge to purge. In fact, I mentioned this to my husband yesterday. I said, hey, can we get rid of some of these books that I know you're not going to read again? He refused. He said, I might. He laughed through the book and said he didn't enjoy it. But he said there were some good stories in there that he might want to reread. So I couldn't get rid of it. Anyway, so we're going to hang on to a book he may never open again. But I like to declutter this time of year, go through things. So we're going to share some tips and tricks.
Yep, and we're going to make it easy, simple steps, just so you can go through your own house and
do it a step at a time.
Either trash items or donate.
Just repair, reuse, repurpose, whatever it's going to be.
Step number 1, choose a specific area of your home to work on. Now this can be an entire room, it can be a closet space, it can be a dresser. Just choose a specific spot to work on. This will eliminate any mental stress that you have thinking about the entire house that you need to declutter, and you'll be focused on this one specific area. Work on it, get it done, and then you can move on to the next. Step number 2, analyze each item. You can see if items are missing, puzzle pieces are often missing. Is it broken? Has it been used in the last year? Just be honest with yourself, analyze each item, and it will help determine whether or not you need to hang on to it. Step number 3, ask yourself if the item is serving you. Through openly answering these questions, it becomes a lot easier to analyze the items and decide whether or not it's worth keeping. Oftentimes, if we're given an item, we seem to think that we have to hold on to it, but that is not true. There's no rule that says we have to hold on to things, especially if we're not using them or they don't serve a purpose for us. Step number 4, decide how you are going to discard of each item. So it's helpful to have labeled bins for donation, trash, or if they can be recycled. And it just makes it that much easier to know where the item is going to go and helps you get rid of it. These steps are applicable in every area of your home. So again, just pick an area to begin with and start. Once you get going, it'll be easier and easier to move throughout the rest of your home. So we're going to take you through both of our homes now and show you specific things that we plan to purge.
Is your closet overflowing with games? There's no more room for them. Take stock of the games your family likes to play. Maybe pull out the ones that you don't play anymore or you've outgrown. Pieces are missing. Set them aside and go donate them.
Don't mind my dust. We're finishing our basement and it is just dusty everywhere, so don't mind that. Okay, see this problem already? The games. I can't even open my drawer. We did talk about games a little bit already. Again, if there's pieces missing, items broken, you just don't play them anymore. I do have preschool aged games that my kids have outgrown, I will donate. But puzzles, this is what I really wanted to talk about. My kids will pick up a puzzle and they'll know which one is missing a piece. And then they won't want to build it. So I'm going to get rid of puzzles that are missing pieces. Moving on to my kids' rooms, I have to do this one while they're at school because we have some stuffed animal hoarders and they really don't need them all. So we're gonna go through this closet. I'm gonna limit it, maybe 5. I don't know, 5's a good number. Only 5 stuffed animals, and that's it. Literally, they're just falling off shelves, underneath clothes. This side, you can't even have your laundry basket in here good. They're just too much. While I'm in the closet, I'm going to go through the clothes as well because kids grow like weeds, right? There's stuff in here I'm sure that doesn't fit anymore, so you can just weed those out and donate them. Along with stuffed animals, toys. We do have some good order and organization for our toys, but I guarantee you there are way more toys than get played with. There's likely broken toys, so I'm gonna go through here and just purge a little bit, get rid of stuff that they don't play with anymore. If it's in good condition, I'll donate it, and if they're broken, they're gonna get thrown out. And books. We have a lot of books, and you know, it's good to have. Kids like reading, but there are some, you know, that we've had since they were babies. My baby's almost 7 now, so pretty sure we don't need this guy anymore. So just go through your stuff and see what you're not using anymore. These would be a lovely gift for someone in their home if they need it. For more ideas and our easy step-by-step guide to organizing toys, you can check out our post on our website, tothesunnyside.com/organizing toys in 3 simple steps. And links for all of these will be down below as well.
All right, one area I'm going to confess that I struggle with is magazines, and I'm going to get rid of them. Once I have looked at them, there is no need to keep them. I don't need to hang on to them, even though I love them. But if you walk through my house, you'll find a stack of these in the coffee table. You'll find a stack in my bedroom. You'll find a stack in the bathroom in a basket, and another stack of magazines in my craft room, which have ideas in them. So my new plan is to go through and declutter these magazines, get rid of them, and I'm going to go through the magazine just really quickly. If there was an article or a photograph of an idea that I loved, I'm going to scan it with my phone, save it in a folder that way so I can always find it. I used to rip apart my magazines and save them in a filing cabinet, but I never looked at them. So I figured this way, if it's on my computer, a little bit more accessible and easier to do. So that is my new plan for getting rid of all of these magazines.
Now in my closet, I could definitely use some purging too. There are things that I've had for several years that I don't even wear anymore, so why am I holding on to it? Also, I've been losing weight, and a lot of these don't even fit anymore, so that's a good opportunity to donate. Last year, we shared our tips on how to keep your bathroom organized, and for the most part, it has really stayed organized. We've got these hooks hanging, flat irons, curling irons, things like that. I've got this tote with my hair care supplies, but I still do need to purge. You know, oftentimes I'll try new hair care product or something like that, and if I don't like it, it ends up just sitting in here. So I am going to clean this out, but I am happy that it has stayed organized. To see all of our quick and easy bathroom storage ideas so you can maximize all your storage space, you can see our post on our website, tothesunnyside.com/bathroom storage ideas. And again, the link will be below. While I'm in the bathroom, I'm also going to go through my makeup. You know, same with hair care supplies. Oftentimes I'll try a different brand of shadow or mascara or something, and then you don't like it. And you know, they do expire as well. So it's a good thing to just go through there, take a minute, toss out stuff that you don't use anymore. One area in the home I feel that is often overlooked is the supply of medicine. So you probably have a stash of like cold medicines or cough drops, even prescription medicines. It's good to go through, I would say at least once a year, and check the expiration dates and toss out what has expired. Before we dive in and show you what we plan to purge in our kitchens, I just wanted to show you really quick that you can go to our website again. You can see our top favorite kitchen organization tips that we have, and I just have to say that my mom's kitchen is way more organized than mine, so no judging when you see my cupboards. It's embarrassing, but it is real life. So if you want to see all of these ideas, head to our website, tothesunnyside.com/favorite kitchen organization tips. I have to confess a little bit. I hide things in cupboards. not on purpose, but things just accumulate there. So no judging, but here's our kitchen cupboard. It once had order, probably the day we moved in. I have a plethora of water bottles that, you know, look at that gross tip. I shouldn't have it anymore. So yeah, water bottles. These dishes, they're actually pretty nice, but I don't know the last time I used them. I don't really need them, so I'll probably be donating those. This is just a good chance to go through the cupboard, see what items you don't use. Maybe things are broken, they've seen better days. Just go through and see what you can eliminate, and then I will have more cupboard space for my cookbooks. That's a good idea. All right, I found quite some treasures up in my cupboard. Water bottle that has no more lid. Don't know what water bottle this went to with cracked lid. There's the hole. And this one wasn't supposed to go in the dishwasher. Doesn't even stand up straight. So I found a lot of goodies that really are trash. And then I did find some dishes too that I don't use that I'm going to donate.
Now, I do like dishes, and I have quite a collection of dishes, but these were given to me as a gift, and I have hung on to them. In fact, they were given to me by my mother, and she has now passed on, but I'm not feeling obligated anymore to keep them. I've had them for, I want to say 3 or 4 years. I've never used them once. They don't match my kitchen, and there's only 4, and so when we have company, I never use them. So they've been just sitting on the top shelf of my cupboard. So these are going to be something that I do donate this year.
Moving on to the pantry, again, no judging. I have really never organized my pantry. It needs it. But I have a plethora of lunch boxes, way more than we need, so those are gonna get donated. And then I thought I would just go through and see if there's any expired items, because then that's just taking up space.
Another great post you will not want to miss is on how to organize your freezer. This applies for the fridge as well. So on our website, tothesunnyside.com/freezer organization ideas to save you money. This has been our #1 top visited post. And we also have these cute labels that are downloadable. So it's free for you. You can download them, get them printed to any size you need so that your freezer can remain organized. You can find food easier, quicker. You eliminate having food expire, and it makes it a whole lot easier when you're planning your grocery list so you know what you need to get. Thanks for watching. We hope you were inspired by this video and will be able to implement these steps into decluttering your own home. And as you do so, we hope that you will find that you are releasing stress and added clutter from your lives, and that you'll be able to find more peace and joy in your life. You can also download this free printable on our website and get even more ideas on how to bring more joy and happiness into your life. So head to our site, tothesunnyside.com/countitalljoy, helpful tips for creating a joyful life. Again, thanks for watching. We hope you'll subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Check out all the links below for all of the different areas that you can get more ideas for organization. And you can also find our social media links below, so you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest. And as always here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.